Jesse, student athletes Malia Sullivan and Sydney. Can Coach you start with some comments on the game?
Yeah, first, again, I'd like to congratulate Lee on an outstanding year. It's a great ball club over there, and got great respect for them. They're well coached. Marty does a great job with them. They were well prepared. I just thought our kids got out of the gate. We said all year long we've been blessed to have the players we got. They've played. They've had a mission from day one, and they wanted to be in that game Monday, and they've got themselves in that situation to be there. Just thought our defense was really good. The game plan, for the most part, was carried out defensively and offensively. Just did things that were clicking at doing. Kids made outside shots. These two got big numbers on the score sheet, but you look at some timely shooting. Sarah Jones hits a couple threes. When they try to take away the inside, Ramsey hits a three, and they try to take away the inside, still gets to the rim. So there's a lot more than just these two. Obviously, they would tell you the same thing. But just super proud of our team too, and our staff did a great job getting us ready. In a short turnaround, now we get a little day off, at least off of practice, aggressively to get ready for Monday.
Malia, was there anything preparation-wise that led to that effort coming out so strong?
Yeah, it was a long scout today, but coaches prepared us well for the game, and I think we carried out the game plan very well and executed everything that we needed to.
Question for Sydney. First of all, congratulations. I'm not sure, but you scored 33 points. That's, according to our stats, your career high. And another great game. How are you feeling on the court, and what can we expect from you on Monday?
I feel okay. I expect to have the same game Monday, but I think that as a team we played really well, and now it's just
Malia, you played in a lot of games here. Was this start to finish one of them? How's that ranked as one of the most dominant team efforts?
I think we have one of the best teams out of the 5 years I've been here. I really like playing with this group of individuals. Our chemistry is very, very bonded together. It's an honor to play with a post player such as Sid. And I think we execute just overall very well from start to finish as a team.
Coach, preparation-wise, you had last two teams you hadn't seen this year. Now you got somebody who's pretty familiar with. Does make it easier to prepare?
No, absolutely not. Eckerd is Eckerd. Those two games, that we played them came down to two possessions on both of those wins. We just happened to be fortunate on both of those two wins. So they beat a great team today. They're a great team. Eckerd is. It's been them and us all year, and I expect it to be a battle in here Monday night. And the good news is somebody from Sunshine Conference is going to make the Elite Eight. We're going to do what we can to put ourselves in best position to do that. And I'm sure that Eckerd will, Paul will have them ready over there, and they'll be in the same boat. And so no easy game. Anytime you play Eckerd, it's a dogfight. You go back through the years, these games come down to one or two possessions between us and them.
How was the feelings today on the bench? Because, to be honest, today's game looks pretty easy. So I don't know if it was more confidence. If you compare it with yesterday, what changed today?
For me on the bench? Oh, for the team? Well, this group's been confident all along in regards to their goal. They have not gotten too high all year. They have not gotten too low at any point. Been easy to coach. It's just been a blessing. I would say this, that today as it was about to end practice, I was brought to emotion a little bit that I want tomorrow, because I want another day with this group of young ladies. They're just terrific young people. We're never guaranteed tomorrow when you're in an elimination situation. So today, it kind of hit me a little bit. I just wanted tomorrow with them, spend tomorrow with them, and they've been just super in that regard. And I told them today at the practice, I said, now, most of the year you don't want to practice. You want to get out of practice, but I promise you want to practice tomorrow. And that's what our message is. We want to practice another day. So that's what we're at.
Players, was there anything, you're up by so much at halftime, was there anything said to guard against the complacency in the second half, or did you just kind of feel that everybody respected their opponent?
Never get too comfortable. It's the game isn't over, so another 20 minutes to be played. So we just go out there and put them to sleep and continue with what we was doing in the first half, pull it out through the second half, and let the game be put to sleep. So.
We always talk about like coming out of the gate in the third quarter. I think we did just that tonight. I mean, we knew what we had to do, and that was in the back of our minds. So.
Coach, based on last night and tonight's play, are there any adjustments that you're going to make going into Monday night, facing Eckerd again after facing them twice this year, and players' actions the last 2 days?
Yeah, we'll spend some time tonight. The staff and I will spend tonight, late night tonight, and early morning tomorrow to break down film and put our game plan in place. We'll go back obviously and study what we've done, and just like they are. Adjustment-wise, we got to do some things better than we've done the last two games. But we would take that if that's the case. But Eckerd's a really, really good basketball team. They've been really, really good all year. That's a veteran ball club. They're not going to be intimidated, nor are they scared of anybody. They earned their way in tomorrow too by beating a really good Union team. To Monday's game, I'm sorry. So nothing will be taken for granted. We'll put a game plan together, spend some time tonight, through the night, early in the morning, looking at what we need to do. We talk about what we can control, and we can only control ourselves. So that's what we'll spend time doing.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
here with Lee University, following the semifinals of the NCAA South Regional in Tampa with head coach Marty Rowe, student athletes Morgan Carbaugh, Haley Schubert, Hannah Garrett, and Macy Woodward. Coach, can we start with some comments on the game?
Well, yeah, I mean, Tampa, obviously. There's a reason they're ranked third in the country. They play unbelievable. They're very tough to beat when they're that good inside and their guards make shots from the inside. And so we just had a hard time with them, and we really couldn't get anything going in that first half when they stretched things. But Tom's done a great job with those guys. We wish them well on Monday. Tonight they were just really good, and wasn't much we could do with them.
Student athletes, just questions on the game and how like the second half. I mean, it was they just shot so well in the first half. You kind of feel that would be an uphill battle second half, obviously.
Yeah, it was tough for us to get going on the defensive end, so I think that carried over to our offense too a little bit. So couldn't get much stops. I mean, we have really good inside players that have to kick it out and they have really good shooting. So it was tough for us to guard, but I think that we handled it well. We kept that inside.
You think it was necessarily like a defense, or was just? I don't think it's a team that was just really hot on shooting wise first half.
Again, when they can play inside out the way they play, I mean, it's really hard. I mean, I don't know. Listen, if they're that engaged on both ends of the court like they were tonight, they're a tough out for anybody in the country. And so the level at which they played, again, we tried everything we could in the first half. I mean, we played multiple defenses. We tried double on the post. We tried to leave it. We tried doing a little bit of everything. And it seemed like we took advantage of every opportunity that we had. And again, it's credit to them, not so much. Listen, this team's a bunch of fighters. I think if you watched us play last night, you saw us play today. We fight together, and that's what I'm proud of them. Those four. So, I'd say a lot of credit goes to them, not so much, us, being off. It was them being really off.
Macy, talk about, last night before the game started, you hurt yourself, were able to fight through it the last 2 days. Just kind of talk about what it means to fight through that adversity and play for your team the last 2 nights.
I think it's something that I've seen by example. I've seen girls in front of me do it, and I think that was easy for me to know, what choice to do, and I had the choice of playing or not playing, and I knew that, with Hannah obviously in front of me stepping up, I knew that was going to be something that I'd have to do as well. Obviously, I think that there's a lot of things that go into it, and praise God that I wasn't dealing with anything worse. And so I was very grateful to be able to play. So, yeah.
And Hannah, Coach talked about you guys are all fighters. They were way ahead in the first half. You guys matched them evenly in the second half. Talk about just trying to stay in it and fight all the way to the end.
Yeah, we talked about it at halftime, trying to cut the lead a little bit, and I think that there's nothing more you can say than that we're a group of fighters, and I don't think our heads hung at all in the second half, and we just kept fighting and kept going back at them.
And then Morgan, make all those adjustments in that first half, got them rolling in the second half. What did you take away in terms of just the younger girls, especially like Haley? Bailey got a 3-pointer at the very end there, just kind of prepping them for next year.
I think it just shows that every opportunity you get to play is a good opportunity, no matter what it is. And that goes for us, obviously, going into a team as talented as Tampa, the margin of error is nearly zero. And so it shows how the young girls saw how we fought through and just kept playing, because it's easy to lay down in that situation. That it's a tough situation when a team like that is playing as good as they are, and when we can't get anything to kind of bounce our way in what we were doing. And so to see them come out and just basically catch up where we were left off when we left the court is going to be exciting to see and get to watch them in the next few years. So I'll be excited to watch them do that.
For any of, the athletes, without being too sentimental, just talk about your time at Lee. Because you've all been here for multiple years. Not, everyone's been here a couple of years. Any one of you can talk about your time, just what it means to be a Lady Flame.
transferred here 3 years ago, and when I first got here, not a single person treated me. I mean, they treated me as like I was their own from the gate. And this group of girls has just been really special to me. And we're not a team, we're sisters, and I think you can see that in how we play. I think as a 4-year, growing with a bunch of different groups and a bunch of different teams, I've realized that Lady Flame is more of who you are as a person than you are as a player, and there's different journeys for everyone. Each is as is important, and I've just been an honor to be a part of everyone else's Lady Flame journey, and obviously there's been multiple players and obviously the coaches that have been a part of mine, so it's a collection, it's a little quilt of everyone that's a part of it, and I'm glad to have made a black part of it for sure.
I'm just grateful. I really don't think that there's anything thus far in my life that I've learned the most from. Whether it was hard or easy, it was something that I will never get to experience again, and I'm so grateful for the relationships that I built because, obviously, no matter how old you are, your body's not going to hold up for you to be playing at this level. That's how God intended it. And I think, but what does last forever, and it's so cliche, but it's the friendships, and I'm so insanely grateful for that. And that's really it. Really.
Coach, do you want to speak to the 4 here?
Yeah, well,
About the 4?
it's impossible to put in words because, again, what Macy said, or Morgan said, is everybody's journey's different. Haley's been here 5 years. More than Macy for 4, and now Hannah for 3. And the great thing about them are they're all, you can tell. I mean, you see what kind of people they are. I mean, the mic doesn't change them. I mean, you see what you get, and they're unique in their own ways. But the best thing about them is they have grown as leaders. They've grown as people. They've matured as people, and that's what we're really trying to. Basketball should, win and losing shouldn't define you. It's what you do, off the court, how you handle yourself. Again, I felt like we were ourselves, yesterday and today. I felt like we fought, and Tampa was better than us today. We were better yesterday, okay, than then, and these 4 taught me a lot. These 4 taught me a lot. I mean, I've been doing this for a long time. To see these 2 mature the way they have and grow into roles, they had to be patient in roles, okay? And they did, and now you see what they turned themselves into as far as college basketball players. I'm extremely proud of both of them. This one get a chance to come in and come from a situation where she didn't feel like she was a part of the kind of really the kind of vital role that she wanted to play, and then get a chance to do that, and then accepted the new role this year. Okay, tells you a lot about her. And then, this one changed our program. 5 years ago, she changed our program. We were good then, but we became great the day she picked up the phone and answered my call. I didn't call Coach Spanker, called me. So I mean, and she's played since day one, but since day one. Whether it's been the older girls that came in loved her as a freshman, and now it's the freshmen love her as a senior. And these 3, they just take care of each other. So I can't be more proud of them. I mean, we won 26 games this year. Won our conference or co-champs in our conference, and I'm just extremely proud of our entire team, but of these 4 people especially.
I don't want to take up too much of your time, but for the players, just give us a quick glimpse about how Lee has been. Talk about one of the most respected teams in the region, year in and year out. How did you get there? Why do you think the program's so successful?
I mentioned this